Okay, class. So right here we're going to make a scatter plot again. Now, you want to start by taking this first set of information, whatever it is, and you're going to put that going along this side. Because when we graph, we're going to go along this way till we get to whatever number we're working on. And then we're going to go up to whatever number is next. Kind of like an x and a y. Well, exactly like an x and a y. This would be my x and this would be my y. When I say x and y, I mean x and y axis. Now, what you want to do is look and check what is the highest number here. Right here would be 350. So I want to count by something, say 50, where my highest number will fit easily. So don't be afraid to use a bigger number like this. So it's kind of hard to get it to all fit, and I'll put it off to the side, say 450. Okay. Now, what's my highest number here? Well, that's going to help me decide what I'm going to count by right here for depth. Now, my biggest number is 2,000. If I count by 300s, not going to work. If I count by 400s, you know what? We can just use 500. That should make it a little easier. So 500, 1K or 1,000, 2K. Oops, that's not going to work because I'm counting by 500s. 1.5 or 1.5 or 1,500, 2,000, and then 2,500. I have more room up here. So 500, 1,000, 1,500. Oh, you know what? That does not look right. Let's redo this. Okay. 1,500. Sorry, 500. This would be 1,000, so this is 1,500. Let's skip some. 2,000, 2,500, and we'll leave it like that. So now what you're going to do is go over to 350. I'm over here, see I'm right here. And I'm going to go up to wherever 1330 would be. So here is 1,500. So a little bit before that, I'm going to put my point at 350, and I go up right about here. It's just like graphing. So we're going to do the same thing for 206. Should be right around here. And I'm going to go up to 750, say right around here. So you do that for each one. I know the hardest part was what numbers do I use for my chart so I can make my scatter plot. But that's what you're going to do right there. You want to use numbers that allow you to input these numbers over here, and you have room for them. You don't want to end up here and it looks weird. And since this is not labeled, well, you can work it out how you want. Okay. Right, either positive, negative, or no correlation to describe each relationship. If you see a downward trend, see how these are starting to go down, that's negative. These are going positive because they're going up. And then use the data to estimate the median four-person family income in 1982. So I'm not given 1982, I'm given 1980 to 1985. And I have 24,332, 32,777. That's for 1980, sorry. And 1985. So I need to find that year in the middle, which would be 82. So I need to find the halfway point for this also. One way I can do that is take 32,777, subtract 24,332, and what do I get? $8,445. Now, that's the range from 1980 to 1985, but if I need the halfway point, then let's cut this also in half. Now I'll get 4,222 basically. So what do I do? This is the answer 4,222? No. Remember, we first found the range from 1980 to 85, which was 8,445. But halfway between that range would be 1982, which is 4,222. This, let's add it to 24,332, and we'll get our answer. Okay. So let's add it right here. So here's my answer. So class, the other thing we also talked about was significance. So significance, when we look at that, we have to think, okay, I'm comparing these two things. Is it more than twice? Is it twice as much or more? Now, let's say you find $10 on the floor, and your friend finds $100. Well, how many times more did your friend find money than you? Well, it's 10 times as much. So this would be significant. Now let's say your friend finds $15. Well, he found $5 more than you. Is $15 twice or more than $10? No. One way we could check is, let's go back to this one. See, I'm not good with multiplication, but I'm awesome at division. Well, let's divide. I get 10 over 1, or 10. Here, let's divide this by 10. Well, 10 goes into 15 one time. I'm left with the remainder of 5 over 10, or 1 and 1/2. So my buddy found 1.5 more than me. It's not significant. So what we're going to end up having later on, say we have a chart. So we have a scatter plot. And let's say one TV costs $500. When you buy 2 of them, you get a discount, and it's $450. You buy 3 of them, it's say $400. 4 of them is $350. But when you buy 5 TVs, it costs $100. Are any of the changes significant? Well, this is $50, $50, $50. Now we're dropping from $350 to $100. That's $250. Right here, the changes are the same. This one is a significant change in price, though, because it's 5 times as much. It's twice or more than the other ones. So we're going to be looking at different types of, let's say, like our line plots. Say I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let's say these are the times for the new X-Men movie. Do I see anywhere there's a significant change in attendance? Yes. From here, it's only twice as much. Same. But the biggest one that stands out is this one. This would be the most significant, because you're going to 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 times as much. Right here, there's significance. You're going from 1 person that went to 2 people. That's twice as much. But right here, the increase in attendance is 10 times as much. So this would be most significant. So we'll continue to look at that, and very quickly on page 36. I know you guys had some questions about that. Now, I can't really take a picture of it, but number one says the number of pages you have read in a book and the number of pages remaining, whether it be positive or negative. Well, let's say a book is 500 pages, and on day 1 you're at 500. At day 5 you're at 300. Day 10 you're at, say, 300, 200, here would be 400. Then day 1, here's 100, page numbers, sorry. So day 5 you're at, say, 120, and then day 15 you're at, say, 50 pages. Well, what's happening? It's going down. Are you ever going to read and then go back? No. So you're going to have a negative trend. There would be definitely a correlation right there. It would be negative, because as you're reading, you're starting over here with this many pages left, but as you continue reading, the number of pages remaining will decrease. Okay, so it's going to be negative. The day of the month and the wind speed. Okay, so let's say the 5th, 10th, 15th, 20th, 25th, 30th. Let's say 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Would there be a correlation? Does it matter? Is the 5th of each month always the windiest day of the month? No. We wouldn't know. It would be all over the place, like this. So would there be a correlation? No. Now, you might ask, well, how can I track that? You have to stop and think and use critical thinking and say, is there a correlation, a relationship between the day of the month and how windy it is? No. So right then and there you can say, well, it doesn't matter. They don't affect each other. So there's no correlation. How about this one? The age of a car and its selling price. Well, let's say a car is worth $20,000, $20,000 for year 1. Here's 5th year, here's 10 year. Well, I'm not sure if you know this, and I'll put 15, 10, and then 5, and then 1,000. As a car ages, this starts to happen. It becomes worth less and less and less and less. What do you see? Now, if you're not sure, where could you go and figure this out? And check what happens to a car as it ages. Right here, you can ask this person and this person. They could help you, brother, your sister, or uncle. Some of these are things that you might not know about, okay? For number 4, that might be something you want to ask an adult, because they're going to have experience with cars and driving and such. Okay, so hopefully this helps you understand scatter plots a little better and significance. And we're going to continue working with significance tomorrow.